非常有幸请到了 Epsom College 的 Brown 校长。Brown 校长您好。
Welcome and yes, hello to everybody. My name is Matthew Brown and I'm the headmaster here at Epsom College in Malaysia. I have over 25 years experience of teaching in the UK and in Asia and also leading schools, both here in Malaysia and in the UK.
还有一位呢，是我们今天邀请到了 Epsom College 最美的老师，主要是负责入学部的主管 Mrs. Brown。
Hello everybody, it's very lovely to be here. Thank you very much to UNM Consultancy for inviting me here today to speak about Epsom College in Malaysia.
Brown 校长，在您认为怎么样才算是一所优质的国际学校呢？
Yeah, I think what makes the perfect school is that school that understands that every student is an individual with different needs. And then once they've got that understanding, the other thing is important is having very high expectations. How can you help that individual student to move forward? And then the third part of it is providing the care and support so that they can cope with those very high expectations. And I believe that's what we can offer here at Epsom College. The, if you like, the care, the high standards of education, but also we want to inspire our students to achieve the very, very best.
Mrs. Brown，您认为什么样的人才才是未来需要的人才呢？
Okay, so in terms of what skills are required for the future, I think the world is changing. We all recognise that the world is changing. And of course, academic results are very, very important. Digital literacy is extremely important. But more than ever, in a global society, it's very, very important that our graduates leave us confident, resilient, able to hold their own in new situations, the ability to adapt to change and to think on their feet, problem solve, be able to draw on prior learning and apply it to new situations is increasingly important. Multilingualism, the ability to speak more than one language, is terribly, terribly important. So basically, I think future skills are increasingly about interpersonal skills. The ability to build positive relationships with other people, I think that's what's going to set the next generation apart. The information is available to them on the internet. So now it's how they present that information to other people that's going to set them apart.
因为在大马呢，其实国际学校众多，那么 Epsom 区别于其他国际学校的特点是什么呢？
I think in the first case, we are a relatively small school, and that means that we have relatively small classes, and we get to know our students really, really well. Most of our classes will have maybe 10 to 15 students, and so we're able to know them as individuals and help them develop as individuals. I think the other thing that we offer as a school, which is very important, is that we are truly international. We have students from over 20 countries, mostly from Asia, but also beyond. That means that our language of the school is English, and we know that many, many students want to improve their English. So lessons are in English. The life outside lessons is English, and also in the boarding houses. I think this is something special that we have here at Epsom that really helps our students to become very confident communicators, not only in their home language, but also in English.
在我们家长认为哈，这个好的学术成绩一定是标志着是一所好学校。那么 Epsom 呢是怎样确保孩子们的学术成绩呢？
I think the most important thing is that any school is only as good as its teachers. Probably one of my most important jobs that I have to do is to find, select, interview and appoint the very, very best teachers from all over the world. The vast majority of our teachers are UK trained, and we're able then to bring that talent here to the school and develop them as well. The other thing we take care of is our teachers who are here and stay from year to year, that we develop their talent, that we share the best practice, and that is then leading to very good lessons right across the school. The other thing then is my expectations, or our vision as a senior leadership team. We have the highest expectations of our teachers, that they are delivering the very best teaching in that international style that we have. So that's probably the most important thing, the quality of our teachers, and then how we're able to help them to develop it during their time here at the school.
因为 Epsom 呢，在大马呢算是一所非常优质的寄宿制的英式国际学校。那么我想寄宿呢，它不仅仅是说住宿和餐食， 那它其实对孩子的教育呢有更深刻的意义。不让校长，您是怎么认为呢？
I personally am a very firm believer in the benefits of boarding and the impact that it can have on young people's lives. Often, they would join our school as children, but they will leave the school as young adults. And from the experience that they've had in the boarding house, they are ready for the challenges and the opportunities that they face. They've learnt how to manage friendships, they've learnt how to manage their time, and they've learnt how to balance between the needs of study with all the other things in their life, the social development, the music, and all the other activities they do. The boarding houses give an opportunity to be able to learn more English. They are speaking English together in the evenings. They're learning from the example of teachers and so on. And it's the perfect preparation for life at university and beyond.
其实我们关注到学校，是跟其他国际学校会有一些区别，就是说我们的老师呢，他是必须要寄宿在学校里。那么这一点的话，对于孩子他的整体的培养跟教育是有什么好处吗？
I believe that our students here are very fortunate because actually they live with their teachers. Almost all of our teachers live here on site, and all of the teachers contribute to the care in the evenings in the boarding houses. So our teachers will be helping with homework in the evenings, for example. And this means then they get that subject support beyond lessons. So it might be a physics teacher helping with the physics homework. It might be a maths teacher helping. In this way, they get much more attention, much more support, and make much better progress because the teachers are here 24 hours a day.
我还想问到您，就关于 IGCSE 的选科，孩子们应该怎么样去考虑，和学校会给孩子怎样的帮助呢？
So in terms of what to choose at GCSE, the British curriculum builds in a breadth of subjects. It's compulsory to study a breadth of subjects, so it really shouldn't be overly worrying to parents what their children opt for. So they should choose what they're going to enjoy and what they think they're going to do best in, because GCSEs represent the only externally assessed data available to universities and colleges upon application. So choosing what children enjoy is really, really important, and what they think they're going to do best in. What they choose at GCSE isn't so important because the key subjects are compulsory. And how do we support at Epsom? Well, we've got very small classes, which enables our students to have an awful lot of teacher input. We are a boarding school, and our staff are available to support our students outside of normal school hours, meaning during the evening and at weekends, we can intervene as appropriate. So you shouldn't have a need for any additional tuition. We build very, very strong relationships with our students, and that enables our students to feel safe to access support and to ask for support. It's really important that children are confident to seek support as required. And of course, we build in lots and lots of formative assessments into our teaching so we can gauge progress. And if there are problems, we will intervene immediately. All of this is communicated back to parents via our reporting system.
据我了解到 Epsom College 的 A-Level 成绩非常的优秀。那么现在，目前孩子的升学情况是怎样呢？
So yes, we do enjoy very, very high academic results, and that's a testament to our students' abilities and hard work, and also the hard work of our teachers. And our students do go on to achieve places at some of the top universities globally, whether it's in the UK, America, Canada, Hong Kong, all over the world. And how do we achieve this? Well, of course, academic results are very, very important. They are scrutinised by universities as the most important part of the selection process. But in addition to that, for the most competitive universities, they are looking for other qualities in the candidates as well. So in the UK, they're especially looking for academic engagement beyond the curriculum, meaning children don't only do the tasks that they're assigned, they take their learning further. They engage with their mathematics or their science or their French or their Mandarin, whatever it might be, outside of class, undertaking their own research projects, presenting material that they've discovered, that they've researched to their peers and to other people themselves. We encourage our students to form academic societies. We've got very many of these initiatives in our school, which give students a platform to showcase their work, whether it be in school or online. And this means that they have a very positive digital footprint for university tutors who might look them up prior to interview. And we do prepare our students for interviews. So for those elite universities, they will be interviewed, and those interviews will scrutinise the engagement of the children outside of class. So all of these experiences that are on offer at Epsom that enrich learning and take the learning further, but largely student-led, do set the students apart. For America, it's not simply academic results. They are looking for altruism, for engagement with the community, making an impact on others in a positive way. So we make sure that for those students targeting America, we offer them plenty of work placements, or we discuss with them what their passion is. So whether it's helping people, whether it's helping the environment, animals, whatever it might be, and they're given opportunities to take those things further, so that by the time they make their application, they've got a really, really strong portfolio.
我想再问到你一个中国家长非常关心的问题，因为在我们很多的中国家庭呢，视这个手机啊、电子产品为洪水猛兽。我想了解到，因为 Epsom 作为一个优质的寄宿制的国际学校，您对这个电子产品啊、孩子玩游戏啊，或者是他自己管理这个电子产品，您是怎样的看法呢？
Okay, so we recognise that devices, phones, games, etc. are part of modern life. Of course they are. And during the pandemic, we recognised that many students, that was their way of socialising and maintaining some sort of human contact with their friends, because they were in a lockdown and they couldn't access their peers any other way. So we do recognise that there can be a level of positivity. Furthermore, some games can be educational. Phones are used in the evening to contact parents. We're a boarding school. The majority of our students will be coming from abroad, and it's really important that they're able to contact their parents to feel safe, and for their parents to have the reassurance that their children are happy and well. So there is device use in the evening, and we recognise that that can be a positive thing, but it's very closely monitored. So once studies are completed, once homework is completed, then the children have access to their devices for personal use. Some children will choose to play games, some will choose to contact their parents, but once the device time is over, then the devices are taken in from the children and they are locked in the cupboard safely overnight, so that the children have a good night's sleep, ready for school the next morning. And during class, there is no access to any gaming or anything of that sort. Devices are only used for educational purposes. Since the lockdown has happened, we've still got some students who are accessing lessons online. Therefore, we are continuing to offer a level of blended learning, meaning we have children physically in the class with us, but others who are still in their home country. And so devices are used in class, but for educational purposes only.
面对目前这个非常时期呢，家长把孩子送出来，其实顾虑还是很多。我想了解到学校的措施是怎样让家长能够消除这样的顾虑，把孩子送出来，进入到寄宿学校呢？
Okay, so of course it is very, very, these times are exceptional, absolutely exceptional. None of us have lived through anything like this previously. And of course parents feel anxious sending their children abroad to school, to live, to study. But we take what we do very, very seriously. Parents that choose to send their children to Epsom, they can rest assured that we will treat your children as our children while they're at school with us. We will be their parents and we will do everything in our power to keep them safe. So children have their temperature checked several times a day. There is deep cleaning of high frequency areas, so door handles are regularly cleaned, classrooms are disinfected between lessons over the lunchtime period, the tables are wiped, chairs are wiped, the toilets are cleaned regularly. We keep many of our doors open, the doors that are used the most often open, so children are not having to touch door handles. Face masks are worn all day by all pupils and staff. All adults, teachers, catering staff, ground staff, all adults, visitors as well, are all double vaccinated, and this is checked upon arrival and their temperatures are taken as well. Any students that do leave site to return back have to submit a negative PCR test to our medical team. We've got a medical team who reside on site 24/7. We've got a sanatorium on site. This is basically a mini hospital that we can use to separate students who are suspected of falling unwell. We've got a GP for literally 5 minutes away on foot, and we are very close to a hospital, 15 minutes away from the hospital. So we are able to offer a safe learning environment, and should anything untoward occur, we've got systems in place ready to go to make sure that we handle the situation effectively to keep people safe.
对于我们中国家长呢，送孩子出来以后呢，其实很担心的就是他的语言的差距。那么我想了解到，学校呢对于新进的孩子语言上面有很大差距，该怎么样去协助到他，或者有什么额外的帮助吗？
Okay. So as part of the enrolment process, we will conduct a baseline test to gauge the level of English of the student. Based on that, then we will allocate them an English program. So they will, a student who arrives with us with low levels of English will have an intensive program for them to develop their English skills. Of course, our environment is English. English is the language that you hear in the corridors, it's the language when the food is being served, it's the language in the boarding house. So in addition to those EAL, English as an additional language lessons, the environment is in English. That's all the children will hear. So they will very rapidly progress. So we have a baseline test, and then we have lessons, a program in place to develop our children's English. We've had an excellent record of success with this. So only last year, one of our students, Xin Ling, who joined us with virtually no English, has gone on to achieve a place at Imperial University in London. So she's one of our great success stories. She had offers from other universities too, very high profile ones such as UBC in Canada. And I would just like to take this opportunity as well to reassure parents that, you know, when children arrive, yes, they probably will feel overwhelmed, and it does feel like an enormous mountain to climb to develop that fluency. Just like if I arrived in China and I had to develop my language skills, we're very sympathetic, we understand the challenge, and we do everything that we can to support it in our small classes with our very supportive learning environment.
王校长，因为我们呢从小呢都是在国内接受的应试教育。所以呢，其实我们虽然带着孩子到了大马，进入到国际教育的环境，其实在思维方式上面还是有很多的冲突。那我就想问到您，就我们中国家庭应该怎么样去更好的做一些调整，配合到学校的这种国际教育的思路上来呢
？I think for me, what's most important and my vision, if you like, and what I share with the staff is that I want our students to, when they've leaving Epsom, that they have that confidence and the skills and the experience to thrive in wherever they end up. We understand that we're living in a global community. Our students might end up working in anywhere around the world, America, Europe, or even in Asia. And so what we try to do is to build that confidence. Firstly, that's in the classroom. Our teachers, if you go to any of our lessons, there's lots of discussions going on. There are presentations being made by the students. There's questions being made by the students. And also, we celebrate things when students make mistakes. It means there's an opportunity to improve. And so that's one element, the classroom. The other element is the nature of the school. As I've said, we're truly international. Our students will learn what it's like to work with Koreans, with Chinese, other Chinese, it might be with Japanese, it might be with Malaysians, Europeans, Americans, and so on. They become comfortable with these other cultures so that when they go on to university or the international workplace, they feel comfortable, they feel confident, and they're able to contribute and thrive in whichever environment they end up. So I think that's the key element of what we offer here at Epsom.
非常感谢这次能邀约到 Epsom College 做这次访谈。其实呢，让我们在这个国际教育的路上呢，又多了一些思考。我也希望呢 ，Epsom 以后呢，能够培养出更多的国际化的人才。那非常感谢布朗校长这次接受我们的访谈，谢谢您。
谢谢您。
谢谢。OK， 完成。
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.